the last frontier, when man has conquered all the world has to offer. The final mountain ascent is you.
This race is finished, or even worse, if someone doesn't come, we're in trouble.
Taking on nature in all its beauty also harbours danger like no other. There is no compassion in the wild. Due respect must be shown or suffer the consequences.
Sometimes once you get out there you can get a little bit more adventurous and sometimes that can not pay off well. So
teams of 4 race against the terrain, the course, the clock, themselves and of course their dreams. Each June long weekend, Australia's adventure races descend upon the mid-north coast of New South Wales. The local communities and media are all drawn to these guardians of the human spirit and the GeoQuest event. Lasting 48 hours non-stop without rest or sleep, GeoQuest is a litmus test for all, especially Irene and Fully Rad Adventures.
I've had a lot of challenges with my health, probably earlier on in my life. I was diagnosed with a pretty aggressive rheumatoid arthritis and that really limited me with the type of physical activity that I could do. Well, I guess I used the illness to make me stronger so that I can endure other types of, what other people see as pain and inconvenience. For me, it's something that I've lived with for, 20 odd years now, and so I see those type of challenges as something that's a little bit more fun, that I know have an end point, whereas the pain you live with every day is something that is quite different and certainly puts everything else into perspective.
The GeoQuest 48 Hour is a pivotal step in completing the 800 kilometre XPD event in September this year. Teams compete in the spirit of past pioneers and seek to emulate the feats of our modern Aussie adventurers. A price, though, must be paid.
Oh, look, we're always dreaming to get a podium finish. That's always for GeoQuest. It's the premier event in Australia, and I think to finish on the podium for any team is what your goal is.
Race day, crowdy head. All are nervous, and both first-timers and seasoned elite racers face the same fears and foster the same aspirations of this adventure. GeoQuest does not give up its finish line easily, and not all will make it.
Yeah, it'll be tough. I think the maps are always flat, and I don't always think they show the true course. So Craig's always wanted to, put everything into it and make us sort of hurt a bit, make us think a bit. So certainly a bit tough out there.
The course contains 7,000 metres of vertical climb, treks through long-forgotten, now non-existent track, and impassable dirt roads. Both day and night the teams will navigate using only a compass and a map to follow the course and locate checkpoints along the way. No GPS to find their way, just complete faith in their navigational skills and their teammates. Finishing is the #1 goal for all teams. The early leaders have taken a strong lead, and the remainder of the field are still hidden under a veil of rain and chop.
The first paddle was really challenging, and for us, I was thinking I'm hanging on the back here for dear life, and we're coming third, and how are those other teams surviving?
Fully Rad Adventures are in trouble. They have capsized. Search and rescue are called to assist.
Because we'd specifically got a stable craft that was fast, and we fell in, and we hadn't fallen in any stage paddling and training, and it just tipped in, and we practiced getting back in the water, and so sure enough we did the technique and it wouldn't work, and in fact we kept trying for 40 minutes and we just couldn't get back in the water, in the boat. We kept filling up with water, we were bailing the water out from being sort of semi-submerged in the water. It started off warm but then got colder and colder, and then we'd try and get in, and sure enough it would tip again, and eventually you got an IRB to come up the side and just stabilise the boat and we could climb back in.
Definitely finishing was a bonus, that paddle. So we then set off on the run after that, and we were just motoring.
Some teams hammer the whole course while others are intent on surviving the distance. After a 500-metre swim across the lake, another checkpoint is punched. The lead teams of MacPac, Outer Limits Adventure Fitness, Rogue Adventure and Mountain Designs have made headway at the pointy end. The speed they are generating on their double ocean racing kayaks is pushing 28 kilometres an hour, and the pace is not slowing. Justin in the Search and Rescue IRB needs to push the throttle to stay with them.
Well, at the start we were behind a bit, so that's good. Like I think it's not too bad to chase.
Ross Glen and the end of the second kayak leg finds Fully Rad Adventures arriving just after dark. The coming night will see 2 treks and a mountain bike leg. Pete and Richard confirm their chosen route while the team prepares their gear. GeoQuest HQ monitors all teams' progress with the Track Me Live GPS trackers, plotting teams' positions as the race unfolds. Earlier, Paul and Team Explore bolted into the forest looking as fresh as they had just started. Team Mackie taking a more modest approach. The night, though, will be long and tough, and teams will show severe wear and tear come the next dawn and arrival at Mid-Camp Comboyne. During the night, the cloud clears, dropping temperatures but bringing with it clear, importantly warming and spirit-building sun. Team Explore emerge from the dense forest night trek. One of their members is carrying an injury. A friendly face buoys them on to Comboyne mid-camp. Team Mountain Designs arrive at Comboyne with the first light. Support team of Jan and Susie, gun adventure racers themselves, attend to their needs. Gear packed, bikes ready, bodies refueled.
It's 90k home.
90? Really? Find 18. Some bad route choice. We had a bad route choice. Out of 16 back to TA, lost 25 minutes. Then we had bad route choice going 18. Took us 3.5 hours to find it. I don't know, it just wasn't a good night. But
You throw your lines back in.
Just relentless hills, and it wasn't the steepest hills in the world, so I wouldn't say it was hiker bike stuff, but because it was rideable, you thought, oh, I've got to keep riding. But you'd get to the top and you'd just see another corner and another corner, and look, a few times I just had to get off the bike and walk a bit just to get my spirits back up, and then you jump back on again and keep riding.
Nick has a possible race-threatening mechanical. A quick shudder goes through the team. Just a drop chain and a sigh of relief for all. Still hanging in the top 3, Mountain Designs is now being attacked. Cycle Zone Mooloolaba is being urged along by Todd Valance. Team members work together as a unit. Angela is getting a tow here to keep the team at full speed. But don't mistake female members as being the weak link here. The girls are widely acknowledged as the toughest mentally in a sport that relies on grey matter more than any other. All teams are now suffering.
Where are we now? We're about to do a 50k ride. Leg 5 out of 10, so when we finish this we'll be over halfway, and I'm feeling it.
Going through personal highs and lows, there is no easy route to the finish, just enduring perseverance, one step at a time. The last trek leg allows the teams to split into pairs to locate checkpoints in the cloverleaf layout. Melissa takes checkpoint P as an easy one. However, appearances can be deceiving. On the ground, the checkpoint becomes elusive. No panic, however, and a relook at the map reveals they have gone too far down the track. A quick adjustment and success. Checkpoint P achieved. Fully Rad is visually spotted by their support crew. They are now only minutes away from success and a finish.
Tough race, tougher than anything I've ever done. I mean, it's, the cold this morning was a breaker. Like, I actually cracked out the emergency blankets just because we were all going hypothermic, so that's how bad it was. So, couldn't see anything, so it was pretty scary. And all we wanted to do was finish it. So, anyway, we'll see if we'll be back for it next year, but we've got to do XPD now. This will be day 3, which is scary.
But to finish on the podium and get 2 other new guys an opportunity to get there, I think that's pretty special.
The tired faces will have many stories to tell. Their goal has been met. Checkpoints in life are everywhere. If you want to achieve some, try XPD event in September 2013 and the next GeoQuest June long weekend 2014.